How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC session. Today we're using a new team. It's a team created by Meowscarada. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. Go follow them on Twitter. I'll leave a link in the description down below. You never know, you might find some cool teams of your own to take from him. Steal them. No, don't really. If you want to use the team, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. And please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Okay, our first opponent is Valacito. He's got a pretty strong looking team. I noticed the Dragonite, which is something I haven't seen yet, and the Gengar as well, which is interesting to see. So they actually have three ghost types. So Meowscarada should have fun here. I'm going to lead Pelipper, and I'm going to lead Meowscarada. We're also going to bring Kilowattrel, just for the fact that hitting them Hurricanes is going to be really nice. And then for the sake of the dragons on the team over there, I'm going to bring a Moongus as well. And the first battle commences. So our opponent's going to lead off with Murkrow and Gengar, which is absolutely fine. I led off with Pelipper and Meowscarada, so we're good. They're probably going to go for a Sludge Wave with the Gengar, right? I'm going to go for a Tailwind of my own. And then I'm going to go for a knockoff on the Gengar, I think. Then Murkrow goes for a Taunt, which is interesting. So no Tailwind for us. As we are able to go for a knockoff, though, on the Gengar, which is great. Should take it out if it's not got a Focus Sash, which it has. Focus Sash is going to pop, of course. And they're going to be able to go for whatever attack they want to go for, which is going to be Sludge Bomb on the Meowscarada. So that's absolutely fine. Meowscarada, unfortunately, has to live on its Focus Sash now, but it's fine. We got poisoned as well, which is a bummer, a real bummer. So Meowscarada, unfortunately, is going to go down this turn, but it did good. You did good, kid. You did good. You did good. So Meowscarada goes down. What are we going to bring in to, help here? I think we're going to a Moongus, and we have to put that Murkrow to sleep because that Murkrow is getting annoying. So we'll go into a Moongus real quick. They probably actually thinking about it. They probably go. I'm going to go for a Hydro Pump on the Murkrow. They probably go for a Taunt on the Amoonguss, so I'm actually going to just attack, and I'm going to go for a Clear Smog on the Gengar. They go for a Tailwind. They didn't bother going for a Taunt. Interesting. So we could have put something to sleep there, but it's absolutely fine. They go for an Icy Wind with the Gengar. Don't know why. Icy Wind plus Tailwind doesn't really have much synergy because... well, we're already slow for a start, so we go for a Hydro Pump. That should take out the Murkrow. Oh, it doesn't take out the Murkrow, as we go for a Clear Smog, and that's going to take out the Gengar, so that's great. The Gengar's gone. Gengar is gone, but we are now slower. But then again, the Tailwind's up, so we were already slower. So the Gengar didn't really do much there, unfortunately. It took out the Meowscarada thanks to Poison, but other than that, it didn't do too much. Goldengo's coming in now. Goldengo's obviously a threat. Pelipper needs to watch out because of the... what do you call it, the potential Thunderbolt. I'm actually going to go for a Wide Guard here, expecting a Make It Rain. We can't go for a Wide Guard. Oh dear. I'll go for a Hurricane, and then I'll go for a... I'm actually going to change up and go for a Hydro Pump on the Goldengo, and then I'm going to go for a Rage Powder. Yeah, Rage Powder. Let's go for a Rage Powder. So Rage Powder has priority, which means everything's got to attack the Amoonguss now, which is cool. It's basically follow me for grass types. As they go for a Thunderbolt, obviously it's not going to hurt the Pelipper, as we're going to be able to see a Foul Play on the Amoonguss as well, which is not going to do too much damage. Hydro Pump connects, which is great. Should do a lot of damage to the Goldengo. Nearly takes it out, which is amazing, as Pelipper's able to shake off the Taunt now. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Hurricane on the Goldengo now. And then I'm going to go for another Rage Powder on the Amoonguss, and Rage Powder should come through here. I don't think Taunt will out-prioritize us. They're going to withdraw the Goldengo, and they're going to go into something else. What are they going to go into? Dragonite? Dragonite's fair enough. We actually went for a Hurricane there, so that's absolutely fine by me. Rage Powder comes through. Absolutely fine. As the Murkrow goes for a Foul Play, and that's going to do a lot of damage to the Amoonguss, but not too much damage, as we do pop a Berry, which is amazing. The Wiki Berry is amazing in this situation. They go for a Hurricane on the Dragonite, which is great. Does a lot of damage. Doesn't get the Confusion, which is a shame. What can you do, though? As I'm going to go for another Hurricane on the Dragonite. And now I'm going to go for a Rage Powder once again on the Amoonguss, because Rage Powder is great. Rage Powder is great. They're going to terrestrialize now. What are they going to terrestrialize into exactly with the Dragonite? Is it going to be the Dragonite? Yeah, it's the Dragonite. I was going to say they wouldn't. There's no point terrestrializing the Murkrow. They actually turn into a normal type, so they're going for that normal type extreme speed shenanigans, which is fair enough. Fair enough. I could have gone for a Hydro Pump there and done more damage if I knew, but extreme speed comes through. That's obviously going to hit the Amoonguss. Oh, it doesn't it? It out-prioritizes Rage Powder. Interesting. I didn't know that. So Rage Powder comes through. Rage Powder comes through. They go for a Taunt. That's obviously going to hit the Amoonguss, so no more Rage Powder for us. As Pelipper's able to go for a Hurricane now and do a lot of damage to the Dragonite, which is great. So can we get the Confusion? No Confusion. Tailwind's going to pet her out, which is a real shame. This time, I'm going to go for a Hydro Pump on the Dragonite, and I'm going to go for a Clear Smog on the Murkrow. So they go for the extreme speed. That's obviously going to take us out. There we go. Down goes the Pelipper, unfortunately. But Kilowattrel should be able to take a hit from the Dragonite. So hopefully we can get a bit of action going there. So the Tailwind comes through. That's going to make them a lot faster, unfortunately. As we go for the Clear Smog, should take out the Murkrow. There we go. And now our hopes and dreams rest on the Kilowattrel. Can the Kilowattrel do this for us? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I have no idea. So in comes Goldengo. Goldengo is obviously a big threat here. We go into the Kilowattrel. Kilowattrel is currently the strongest Pokemon we have on the field in terms of health. I'm going to go for a Discharge here. Just purely for the fact of hitting that Goldengo. Do we Terrestrialize with the... We Terrestrialize Steel. So I'm going to Discharge with Terrestrialize Steel. I'm expecting a Make It Rain right now. And then I'm going to go for a Giga Drain on the Dragonite just in case we live. So we Terrestrialize into a Steel type real quick. This hopefully can turn things around for us because no doubt the Dragonite's gone for something like a Dragon Claw. And no doubt the Goldengo's probably gone for a Make It Rain. Hopefully, that's the ideal situation anyway. So let's see how this works out for us. The Dragonite goes for the Extreme Speed, which is of course going to do a lot of damage to us. Not really too much. As the Goldengo goes for Make It Rain. Hopefully we can live that. We don't, unfortunately, live that. Even being a Steel type, Goldengo is just too strong, as we're going to lose the second game. So that is a real shame that we lost the second game. The first game, sorry, of this session. Hopefully we can get a W in the next one. Bye, Amoonguss. It was nice knowing you. Okay, we found our opponent Y. That's a lot of Ys, and I love the little special Y at the end there. That's pretty cool. So, in this instance, I'm thinking Rain's not actually going to benefit us too much. It might lower the Talonflame's power a bit. I'm going to lead with... I'm going to lead with Amoonguss, Palafin. We're going to have Goldengo in the back there because Make It Rain's going to hurt. And then we're probably going to bring our Meowscarada purely for the Dondozo so we can get that nice and powerful critical hit on it. That'd be great. And the second battle commences. Nice helmet. That looks pretty cool, actually. They're going to lead with Tatsugiri and the Garnicle as we led off with Amoonguss and the Palafin, which is absolutely great. What I'm going to do straight away is I'm going to go for a Rage Powder. And then I'm going to go for a Flip Turn on the Garnicle. They go for an Endure with the Tatsugiri. Not sure why. We don't really pose that much of a threat to them at the moment. Rage Powder comes through. Should make the Garnicle target us, as the Garnicle's going to get hit by a Flip Turn now, which is going to do over half. What? That's crazy damage. That's crazy damage. So what I'm going to do now is, with the Garnicle on the field being all, you know, on the field and stuff, I'm going to go into Goldengo. Goldengo seems like a solid one. There we go. Goldengo comes through, and we'll see what they're going to do. They're going to go for an Explosion, so it's a good job we went into Goldengo there, because now it's obviously not going to affect Goldengo. It doesn't do much damage to the Shroom, and the Tatsugiri took loads of damage from that, so that was a bit of a risky one. Toxic's going to come through, which is a real shame. It's a shame we don't have Murkrow, because Murkrow does counter this set pretty well. So in comes the Dondozo, so that is where the threats come in. Commander's going to take effect. Don't know why. What's the point in the Toxic Orb on the Tatsugiri? I don't understand that. I don't really understand the Toxic Orb on the Tatsugiri. So defenses and special defenses are going to rise on the Dondozo. It's just become an incredible threat. We go on the Spore on the Dondozo, and then we go for a Thunderbolt. on the Dondozo. I think that's the best thing to do. We go for a Thunderbolt real quick. Should do a lot of damage regardless. Yeah, nice bit of chip damage. Paralysis would be nice. They go for an Aqua Tail. That's going to take out Goldengo. It doesn't take out Goldengo, as we're able to go for a Spore. Interesting. So Dondozo goes to sleep, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Crazy good. Tatsugiri's going to hurt by the point. Oh, is that why? So that you can switch another Pokemon in? Interesting. I didn't think of that. I'm going to go for a Clear Smog on the Dondozo now, and we're going to switch out, and we're going to go into Meowscarada. So Goldengo comes back. In comes the Meowscarada. We know the Dondozo's asleep for one turn at least. There we go. Dondozo's asleep for one turn. We're going to be able to get a nice and powerful Clear Smog off on them, which is great. It's going to remove all those stat boosts that it's got, which is just perfect. So all stat changes are eliminated. Tatsugiri gets hurt by its poisoning and actually faints, which is a weird animation, as this means they can bring something else in. But luckily the Dondozo is severely... It's like the Tatsugiri never happened now. So in comes Flamigo. Flamigo is something to look out for. Co-Star, copied that Dondozo stat changes. Doesn't work because we've already got rid of those. I'm going to go for a Rage Powder now with Amoonguss. That way we can go for a safe Flower Trick on the Dondozo and hopefully get the KO. That'd be ideal. Rage Powder comes through. There we go. Came the center of attention. We're going to be able to get up for Flower Trick without losing our Focus Sash on the Dondozo, and that takes out the Dondozo, which is absolutely amazing. Let's go. Let's go. Down goes Dondozo. Nothing they can do here. Nothing they can do here. The Grass Power on this side of the field. You go for Close Combat, obviously intended for the Meowscarada. Doesn't work. No way are you attacking my Meowscarada. Not while my Shroom's on the field. Not while my Shroom's on the field. So we're going to go for another Rage Powder. Absolutely no reason not to. And then we'll go for a Flower Trick on the Flamigo. On the Flamigo? No, we go for a knockoff? Huh. I don't know. We can go for a knockoff on the Flamigo and let's see what it's going to do. So we'll go for a Rage Powder real quick. I'm wondering what item this Flamigo is going to have, to be honest with you. So we'll go for a knockoff. We've already seen Life Orb, actually. Never mind. We've already seen Life Orb. As that thing is going to go for a Tailwind now. Interesting. So it's trying to boost its own stats somehow. But I'm pretty sure Rage Powder next plus Flower Trick is going to be able to take out the Flamigo, no problem. So they actually go for a Detect, which is interesting. I don't know why. I don't know what the point is. We go for the Rage Powder. Obviously, it's not going to do anything. And Rage Powder doesn't have a chance of failing either, which is great. So there we go. Flamigo is protected. But now we just have to terrestrialize into a... No, we don't really. I thought it was going to be grass, but it's not. It's flat. We'll go for a Flower Trick. Should take out the Flamigo. Rage Powder comes through. Let's see what's going to happen here. Can we get the KO on the Flamigo? That'd be ideal. They go for a Giga Impact. Taking out the Amoonguss. Giga Impact? I wasn't expecting that. That means they're going to have to recharge the next turn, which means if we fail to KO with a Flower Trick now, we've always got the next turn. And we had the next turn anyway, thanks to the Focus Sash. So I think we had this in the bag. So down goes the Flamigo. And that is the last battle of the session concluded. We got another W. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. So anyway, thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.